On to this section. I said what I had to say, and I'm gonna cut it and post it. So it's not as if I'm just leaving it here. Stop this. Wonderful. Well, welcome to tonight's first portion of the live stream, or today, because it's morning time. I meant to do this last night though, but I had to switch it over to this morning, so that's why I got a little confused. But nonetheless, it's morning time here in Northern California, and we're gonna start with these true crime daily cases. First one, we're gonna go to Pennsylvania. Start off today's live stream with this. It says a Pennsylvania woman sentenced for breaking into home, biting 2 people, and killing a dog. True Crime Daily, published December 15th, 2023, and it says, this is in South Renovo. A 26-year-old woman will spend more than a decade behind bars for breaking into a home. After 3.5 years after she pleaded guilty in October to 1 count of criminal trespass, 1 count of terroristic threats, 2 counts of recklessly endangering another person, 2 counts of simple assault, 1 count of cruelty to animals, and 1 count of resisting arrest. She does not qualify for any early release programs offered by the state. In April, Englert invaded a home in the 300 block of Pennsylvania Avenue while under the influence of drugs, and she was confronted by the homeowners attack. During sentencing, Englert cried in court and apologized to her victims. She requested the court let her undergo drug treatment programs, and she argued that her past with prescription drug and methamphetamine abuse were the cause of her criminal history. Judge Michael Salisbury told Englert she needed a severe object lesson. Salisbury reportedly argued that any lesser sentence would simply be an injustice and Englert would almost certainly reoffend. Yeah, absolutely correct. And I think that it ended worse for her because she chose to do that night. And again, she is pretty lucky based off of what they said here, because she could have easily been shot. It's like that case that we read a few months ago of the guy that would break into the Nevada homes and tickle and suck on women's feet, on their toes. The video is actually posted on the video section of this channel, so you have to kind of scroll down, but you'll be able to find it. That guy was extremely lucky as well that not one woman of those woke up and shot that dude between the eyes. I mean, this person is really, really lucky. It would have been any other state, and this would have been a completely different story. I'm just saying. This would have been like Idaho or some shit like that, or like Wisconsin, and that person would have been dead. Woo! Right then and there. Actually don't know if Pennsylvania has open carry like that? Let me know in the comment section. I don't think they do, but I'm not sure. I live in California. There's no open carry here, so I guess that's why I'm asking. But again, if this would have been in another state, this would have been in a Iowa or some shit like that, or Ohio or something. Yeah, this person would have been shot right between the eyes. No doubt about it. Or at least maybe not between the eyes, but there would have been some sort of repercussion to the person in the house. Which I find incredibly odd that there are limits to the Second Amendment here, which is it's weird because again I've said this before in other streams, but I come from a semi-dangerous country depending on your perspective on it, and there's a lot of people that have guns back home. You can't open carry, but everyone has like guns in their home and whatnot because you have to defend your family and shit. Surprised this person didn't have like a gun. I guess it's because maybe Pennsylvania is not an open carry state. I don't know. That's why I'm waiting for the comment section to answer that question for me. Had it been, if that's the case, had it been an open carry state, like I said, this would have been a completely different story. Well, how many of these people get away with this because they do stuff in states that it's a little bit more difficult to get guns? I mean, I'm not advocating for like people going armed to the teeth out to the streets, which I guess is their right to do, but I think that you should at least have a gun in your home. At least there. I also never understood how there are states that have like recreational cannabis and shit, but you can't get a gun. It's like, but if you drink alcohol, you can get a gun. But if I smoke cannabis, I can't get a gun license. Why does that work? I thought the Second Amendment right was to all citizens of the U.S. I don't know. These limits, dude, and all these like in-betweens that certain states have, bro, it's fucking insane. I don't understand that. Like, I've never understood why. I do. Obviously, I do. Specifically here in California, there's a reason why it's not an open carry state. If you don't know, I'll just let you know real quick. Back in the Black Panther days, I don't know if you remember the really famous sit-in that the Black Panther did at the Sacramento City Hall, or I think it's like oh no, yeah, California said no, that's not gonna happen. Mm-mm. And they made open carry illegal as quick as possible. All information that you can look up online, it's available. But yeah, that's why this state specifically is not open carry like all the other ones. Weird too, because we're one of the biggest states, but that is actual factual truth. Sucks. Sucks really bad. There's a lot that goes with it as well that it doesn't make any sense. But what I can say is I really wish it were even on all sides, and it's just like all states have the right to be able to legally purchase a firearm. And I mention it again. People also have the right to not want to purchase it, but at least that the option is there, and there aren't so many limits and stuff to be able to purchase one. I do agree with like psychological backgrounds before purchasing a gun. I'm pretty sure that there are plenty of gun owners that don't agree on how other gun owners handle weapons and armory and whatnot. So if those same people that are responsible gun owners are smart enough to understand that there are people that are not, then I think that there should be some sort of psychological background before you purchase a weapon. But on the same note, like I just mentioned, I just think it should be fair for everyone. And it's all across the board. And the same way that you can purchase a gun here in California, you could purchase it in New York, or you could purchase it in Florida, or purchase it in Wisconsin. And that's the type of fair that I'm talking about. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I highly doubt it. But nonetheless, moving on. Go on to the next case.